Like the know-how that we have about fixing your account whenever something goes wrong, because trust me, Amazon is like a war zone. Like, dude, Chuck Norris, I don't even think if they hire fucking Jeff Bezos that he's going to be able to fix their Amazon accounts. The closing accounts, they've been shutting down listings, they've been deleting reviews. We got PPC.
Oh, PPC is a big thing.
PPC is a big thing, man. Like, you could be losing money on PPC, you could be making money on PPC. Hello, everybody. This is episode 1 of the Hypercast.
One of many.
If you're wondering where Hypercast comes from, it comes from Hyperzone. I don't know if you guys can see that in the back, but Hyperzone, then Hypercast, smart thinking. Anyway,
very original.
Yeah. So in this podcast, we're going to be talking mostly about things that we're doing on Amazon, things that we find that are working well, or new sort of things, the way that the Amazon algorithm is changing through the time, how we source reviews, everything that goes right now at the moment. You know, we're not gonna talk about any of the old stuff that people are chewing up for years after they become popular or trendy, but just gonna be talking about the hot new stuff on Amazon. So if you don't know me, that's your loss. I'm Todor. I'm the CEO of Hyperzone, and this is Christo. He is the COO of Hyperzone. So we're both like sort of a big deal around here. So anyway, today we agreed to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of actually running your Amazon account through an agency or building a team for it, right?
Yep,
that's what we agreed on. All right, so I mean, I'm gonna try and not be biased about this because obviously we have an agency, and of course we realize how much better it is that way. But I'm also gonna speak from the perspective of not only that, but like my business before we actually made the agency, because I had an Amazon focused business for quite a while before that. So I'll try and do that. Okay, so how do we start?
Cool.
What's up?
What are the main differences,
I think the main difference of having a dedicated team, such as the team that we have in Hyperzone, run your stuff on Amazon, is the experience. And we gain a lot of experience, by the way. Our Amazon sales on a monthly basis are more than $12 million overall. So we get to see a lot of products coming from a lot of different product categories. We know how to rank the products there. We know like all the different techniques. So it comes from experience. Like if you're just starting out with your business on Amazon, there's so much stuff that you need to learn. I don't even know, like if you're just starting out, I don't even know what to tell you. I mean, I don't know what where do you start? There's so many things like,
if we really realistically have to start, you have to figure out sourcing first. Have to figure out like the logistic parts of the business.
No. Like even if we're talking about everything connected to Amazon, let's say you have the sourcing and manufacturing figured out. You already have a business. You're already selling like from your Shopify account. So you figured it out. The business is going well. You're doing good sales, but all of a sudden, you get the light bulb above your head saying, hey man, why don't I sell on Amazon as well? But then again, the challenge there is you're just dropping a little drop in the river called Amazon, and nobody notices you. So from there onwards, what do you do? How do you get your products noticed? How do you get reviews? How do you get like your products ranked? How do you run your PPC? Like, how do you optimize your listings so they're both good for the Amazon algorithm and for the customers that are reading them? These are the things that that I want us to talk about.
Yeah, have to figure it out. I guess you have to start from somewhere.
You got to start from something. For me, first of all, is like doing your research. I would say that's step number 1, right? That's what we do whenever we get new accounts.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to know where you're standing. You need to know about the competition, pricing, how you stand there. Because when you're selling your products to your own funnel, you push the people down your funnel and they see only your product. They're
You
not getting
have
distracted.
their full attention.
Absolutely.
You have their full attention.
Yeah.
Like whenever they're on your funnel, you try to get rid of any distractions, and you're just working the people to push that order now button, and then you start hitting them up with upsells, downsells, whatever. But you have their full attention there. On Amazon, you get them to your listing, and then Amazon starts popping up with all kinds of stuff. It's like, hey, have you seen that product? It's the same, but it's twice cheaper than the one that you're looking at now. So it's a lot harder. It's like very competitive. So there's a lot of things that you have to take into account. Like whenever we're talking about research, I would say the first thing that you need to do is first determine the size of the prize. Like what's the price out there for your product category? Like what's the most that you're going to be able to make based on all your competitors and what you're doing, right now? Because you're going to need to bite out a chunk of that pie. It's a pie. It's, everybody thinks that Amazon is this unlimited space where you can just feed in products and there's always going to be people buying them, but that's not the case. Like there's a particular amount of people searching for a particular product category, and this is the size of the market. Of course it grows, every next year, but it doesn't, it's not unlimited. Like you could see what the size of the prize is. Like these products, that product category or this particular product search generates, let's say, $3 million a month. So you need to find out, like if you get in there, if you get in aggressively, how much can you bite off of that?
Yeah, it's actually much more limited than running ads on Facebook, but because there you're catching all kinds of clients, and here you can literally see how much the other players are selling, and you can say, okay, so 3 million, that's it.
It's about
and maybe you can, attract.
Yeah, of course.
You can attract a few people here
and
there.
Of course,
but
like you can get like brand searches because you do your homework and your brand is going well, so you can sort of get that spill over onto Amazon, sort of twist it, get it to work for you and help you rank your product. But it's limited. There's a limitation to what you can do.
It is, yeah.
So, of course, if you have an innovative product or you're like a great marketer, you could actually help the category grow, and that's what Amazon is counting on. Like Amazon wants you, just like same as Uncle Sam wants you, but Amazon wants you to run in external traffic and help them grow that category. They would love you for that.
They love it. Yeah. They love it.
So first of all, you need to do the research. Doing the research, next step, and for me, the biggest opportunity that a lot of you are missing out on is optimizing those listings. I mean, I can't even stress how important that is. Like, I still see like 10 years down the line, 12 years down the line since I've started selling on Amazon, I still see super shitty listings. Like, the actual images are not optimized. The images are not saying anything. The texts are like nothing, or they don't describe the product well enough.
The weird part is that some of them sell.
Dude, yeah, of course they sell, but
how does that work?
I think that this is like the greatest prey for the aggregators. This is what they're looking for.
They are.
They're looking for listings that could be easily boosted and easily fixed
10,
and
20,
brought
30 times.
Yeah,
easily.
Brought to a much better level than they are at right now. And that's what they're preying on. They're looking for brands that are selling well on Amazon, but the opportunity could be a lot bigger just by optimizing the listings and nothing else.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
people don't know what they have. Sometimes they've launched the product 5 years ago. They haven't updated the listing since, and they continue making some sales because they have the reviews, they have the sales history, etc. But their listing sucks. And if somebody comes, optimizes it, it could sell a lot more.
It goes well for them, but it could go a lot better. This is the truth. Like just optimizing a listing can bring you a long way. So let's say we have the optimized listings. Next step, if you're just starting out, reviews, huge problem.
Yeah, it's a huge problem.
Reviews are a huge problem right now. Because back in the day, there were like quite a few tricks that we could do, like in order to get more reviews. But Amazon
Nothing
has
shady,
just,
of course.
of course,
shady.
yeah. But like Amazon has caught up with all that stuff, and they've been closing accounts, they've been shutting down listings, they've been deleting reviews. So it was a bloodbath. Like the last 3 or 4 months, it was a bloodbath.
They even brought down some, companies that were doing 100 millions a year.
These were
just because of reviews, guys.
They made a showcase of a few really big companies. They just totally demolished their business. These were like Amazon native brands. These were like brands that weren't selling on Shopify or anywhere else. These were brands built for Amazon. So yeah, absolutely. Reviews. Right now, we still struggle to build reviews, but there's sort of white hat ways for you to optimize the performance of the products that you sell in order to get more reviews.
Basically, you need to incentivize your customers to leave you more reviews. Not like you just need to ask them, basically, because if you have a great product and if people like using it, if they want to have your product, if after receiving it they're super happy with it, you just need to ask them politely to give you a review. Because at the end of the day, think about it. If you receive a product on your, you just buy something online. How often would you leave a review? You need to be like
never.
Super impressed, right?
Well, most of the times, most of the times that people leave reviews are whenever they're unhappy. Like I would always drop down a review if something is like somebody's deceived me in some sort of way with the product that they're selling me. So
that's
reviews,
a big issue.
Reviews overall are a big issue, especially for some of the brands that are just starting or just getting on Amazon, because your competitors who have been on Amazon for a while, they've already got like thousands of reviews, and for your product to catch on, it really needs to get some traction with reviews, because this is one of the most powerful things that people go to Amazon for. They believe the reviews, so this is where they verify whether your product is cool or not. So second part,
just to researchers show that people believe more to Amazon reviews, and they believe their doctors and their friends sometimes.
Hell yeah, man! I mean, I don't believe my doctor,
or your friends,
or my friends. I don't have any friends. Let's start with that. All right, so we got the reviews put aside. Then we got PPC.
Oh, PPC is a big thing.
PPC is a big thing, man. Like you could be losing money on PPC, you could be making money on PPC, but it's all about like how you're running it, how you're structuring it.
Yeah.
So
especially for those Shopify owners, because if you don't know anything about Amazon, first you go to PPC, because you know something about PPC. Facebook PPC, Google PPC. There are differences, but there are similarities as well. So if you are good enough media buyer, you can figure it out. So this is kind of the first thing that you go to. And I see many people that don't know anything about Amazon. They go on Amazon, try to run some PPC.
Yeah, but if your listing is not ready,
if your listing is not ready, you're just
if you got zero reviews and you got like a bad listing, PPC is not going to save you. PPC is just going to drown you.
Oh yeah,
that's what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
So running PPC, that's the next thing. What else would you say we have, which is very important for running an Amazon account? Ranking, of course. Ranking strategies, man. Like this is something that we've spent so much time on. I can't even imagine like if we had to start learning this from zero, just learning the importance and all the mechanics behind it. So we have so many services, people that we work with that we use for ranking that it's incredible. Like only the network of people and other companies that we use is just like, I don't know, like we maybe use like 20 service providers and a few sort of huge groups of people that we talk to. So ranking, if for those of you who don't clearly understand what ranking is getting your product to the top, let's say 10 results within your product, or not your product category, but to like the keyword phrases that best identify your product. Let's just call it that. So the top keywords that you would use to find your product, you gotta be like from 1 to 10. Otherwise, nobody's gonna notice you. For that particular phrase, like what we do is like our ranking strategies start from like longer keywords and longer tail sort of phrases and stuff like that, and we gradually build it up so it gets to like
Stick.
to
You
get
need
to
to
stick
stick
and
there,
get
you
to
know?
the top ones. We have such good strategies that can take you to the number one page in no time. But the problem is, if your product is not good, or if your listing is not good, or if you don't have enough reviews or anything, it's just not going to stick there. Like if we leave it, it's just going to drop back down again. So really, your whole product listing has to be ready in order to get the ranking going for it. So it's a whole, like, it's science. It's something that we've spent so much time on. And this, going back to our main subject, is why every single one of those aspects of building your Amazon listing is something that we've developed people who are taking care of all these different aspects themselves, like groups of, like, actual teams for that. And imagine just hiring a guy to take care of your Amazon.
Yeah, this is what we hear a lot of times.
Yeah.
I hired a guy for my Amazon account.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
and I'm
gonna do
like,
great.
All right, good going. And now what?
I mean, we've got 30 people. We've got 30 people doing so much stuff on every single Amazon account that we run, that I can't imagine one person doing that, like doing
Plus the
any of those.
partnerships that we have to deal with some specific part of the business, you know, like Amazon cases.
True that.
Dealing with so much bullshit that Amazon throws at you, because we have so many times throughout the years. Imagine an account making millions a month, and all of a sudden the listing is down, the account is down. You're like, that doesn't make any sense. You start writing to Amazon, opening up cases, no
Oh
response.
my God, yeah,
at
account
all.
health.
And-
Health, that's a huge issue on its own. I'm not even going to talk about
Crazy,
that.
man.
Like the know-how that we have about fixing your account whenever something goes wrong, because trust me, Amazon is like a war zone. Like the other sellers in your product category are going to try to get you down. And they have
they are.
loads of ways of doing that. And if you don't know how to respond to that, that's it. Your account, your sales are just gonna plunge to the bottom, and that's gonna be it. So
Well, yeah, many sellers believe that Amazon is after their interests, but unfortunately,
Oh,
it's
God.
not.
Amazon don't-
He cares only
yeah.
about the end client. Like, and as soon as you start selling, and at the first case and first suspension, many people are like, "Why is Amazon doing this to me? They need to be taking care of me." Yeah, but that's not the case at all. So you need to have a team there to take care of that.
So we got a lot of our sort of customers as well, like customers of the agency, which at one point, we take their business to a very high level, and at some point they decide that they're going to be building their own teams. So this is like it really, like, I don't think they realize what we do for most of them.
They don't.
They
No,
don't
they
understand.
Don't. Everything is going
what's
so
involved.
smoothly, they don't
Yeah.
have idea.
Because we try to run everything as smooth as possible, and then these guys come and tell us, well, sorry guys, we're very happy with the service that we're getting from you, but
We hired a guy.
we're gonna get a guy. We're gonna get a guy to do this. So
It's probably Chuck Norris, I've been thinking
dude,
about.
I
Who's
don't
that
even,
guy?
Dude, Chuck Norris. I don't even think they hire fucking Jeff Bezos that he's gonna be able to fix their Amazon accounts the way that we are taking care of them, man. But anyway, it's really dazzling for me what's going to be happening with these guys. Like I saw that one of our, I'm not going to say any names here, but like one of the companies that used to work with us that were running multiple brands, they decided that they're going to be building their own team. They went on for like a month or something like that, and now I see that they're looking for, they're hiring another agency or something like that,
because they cannot look us back.
yeah,
in the eyes
they can't look at us in the eyes, because we told them what's going to happen. We told them, guys, do you realize how much work is involved in this? We gave them a whole list of things that we're doing for them, but then sometimes you just can't learn from other people's advice or anything like that. You need to go through your own mistakes, and
But
that's
again,
what's happening.
Let's see, what are the main differences?
Dude, what do you mean? What are the main differences? This is not even a question anymore. Like now
What
that I've
are
said
the
all
main
this,
differences?
now that I've said all this, I don't even believe that it could really work with one person running it. Main differences are experience, manpower, because we've got so many people working for them. Connections, because we have connections with so many different micro companies that are actually providing a huge variety of services which supplement what we're trying to do, whether it's ranking, PPC, or whatever. We have such a wide network of like freelancers and individuals that are also providing us like with specific services in order to build up an account, that if you're trying to do that with one or two or three guys even who know exactly what they're doing, it's going to be super hard for them to do it. Like we have such a big like knowledge database divided between all of us, because like we have people that are focusing on the ranking side of it. We've got people that are focusing on the PPC side of it. We've got
customer support
specialists that do up the listings. To be honest with you, I really feel sorry for the people that have like a guy or a couple of guys or whatever. Like, I think this is what the aggregators are actually fixing, because they're picking out businesses from the people who have a guy, and they're fixing them because they have huge teams. I mean, you know yourself, Thrasio has like 1,000 people working for them.
2,000.
2,000 maybe, and they still, like what I hear is like they still can't take care of more of like 20% of their listings. They're
hundreds of thousands of listings.
They're only focusing on the lowest hanging fruit within the basket that they've gotten. Like they have so much more potential if they had more people. But this is what I think. This is exactly now. I just had a revelation here. This is what the aggregators are actually making most of their money from. Just optimizing people's businesses.
That's what they're doing. Yeah.
Who had a guy.
They just didn't have enough time for their listings.
Dude, like, I mean, imagine like even the brands that we work for. If you think about it, like at the levels where these brands came to us, and the levels where we've taken them now, for like 2 or 3 years, we've built businesses for them that are 2,000 times bigger than they were, only on Amazon. So, guys, this started as a discussion. I think we're weighing in at the option where I don't see how you guys can work without an agency. I'm serious. Like, you need an Amazon agency, and if you think that you do, maybe hit us up, and we'll check out your business. We'll audit it. We'll let you know what you're doing wrong, and we'll give you, we'll give you a price offer to work with us. But even if you're not working with us, take my word for it. I don't want to sell ourselves here, even though we're the best. But I just want to sort of steer you in the right direction. Don't have a guy. Get yourself a good agency that knows what's doing, because this is going to be crucial for your business. I'm telling you again, it doesn't have to be us. There's a lot of other agencies out there. I'm good friends with quite a few agency owners, really good guys based in the US, based in Europe. Even if you want to try somebody else, I give you good recommendations. But seriously, like if you're serious about the performance that you want to achieve on Amazon, work with a good agency that could provide the good service to you and can build up your Amazon account and your brand. Just take it to the next level, because it's super important. Like I bet you that you can take care of it yourselves or with a guy, as well as any agency can sort of do for you.
Yeah, and you can concentrate on your business, growing your business, picking up new products, developing them, selling them, etc.
That's right.
Do what you're good at.
Absolutely. Focus on the stuff that you know how to do and the stuff that are fun for you. Like, we are so focused on Amazon that we just recently started developing brands that we want to be selling in D2C. Do you think that we are trying to learn to do that? We are using people that already know how to do that in order to do that for us. Just because this is what we know, this is what we like. Amazon is like our comfort zone. We're feeling very good in there because we know how everything's done. We are following it every day. We know what's happening with the algorithm. We know what's happening inside. We follow this. This is our path, and this is why we're good at it. But for everything else that connected to e-com, we find people that are good at the things that we need them to be good at, and we hire them to work with them, like outsource it. It's like outsource everything that's not giving you pleasure. This is a bit
Amen.
God damn, that's an amen right there. All right, so should we cut
Wrap
this?
it up.
I think, yeah, wrap it up. We don't want it to be too long.
Right.
It's already been long enough. But we're going to try and do this here, talk regularly. I know this might have sounded like a sales pitch. This wasn't the idea whenever we started. I just realized that, it's really hard to work without an agency now that we spoke about it. I think next time what we're going to do is, in the next episodes, we're going to try and sort of show you things that are really working well, like get a little more technical on stuff that you can be doing with your accounts if you want to test some things. So we're going to give you some good advice and good pointers that are currently working for us. So yeah, follow us and check out what's happening.
Yep. See ya. Ciao.
See you next time. Bye.